Tell us in terms of what the EPA's, what the finding is, what the endangerment finding is, and why it matters so much, not just for Americans and people all over the world, but, we work a lot with small businesses. So obviously this impacts costs as well. So can you talk in terms of how it impacts everyday ordinary Americans as well as small businesses?
Sure, yes. Well, I don't want to go through the whole legal background, but basically, the Supreme Court and EPA decided in 2009 that greenhouse gases were a pollutant. The Supreme Court gave EPA permission to say that greenhouse gases were a pollutant, endangered human health. EPA decided this, and from this, there have been a whole series of regulations trying to reduce these greenhouse gases. The most notable is there's CO2, which is found in our carbonated drinks, carbon dioxide. There's also methane, which comes in animal matter. There's water vapor. So these greenhouse gases, they don't necessarily endanger human health on the globe, but the idea is that they rise up in the atmosphere and causes effects that endanger human health. So there's been a great push to reduce these greenhouse gases, particularly carbon dioxide. And that is one of the origins of the corporate average fuel economy standards, the standards for cars, where you can see when you buy a car that it goes a certain amount of miles per gallon. And the Environmental Protection Agency and the Transportation Department have worked together over the years to raise this standard, not to save people money on gasoline, but because it supposedly endangers human health. Similarly, for power plants, there's been an effort to reduce their CO2 emissions in various ways. And these CO2 emissions are different from the particles that are thrown out by coal, which might be soot. It's something you can see. It's maybe a layer of grime that you can find on your car. These are completely invisible. They don't cause asthma or coughing, but the idea is that they warm the earth. That's the theory. So the 2009 finding was based on data from 2007, but since then we have more data to show that these effects are not as serious as was once thought. It's open to debate, and that's why EPA has issued a power plant rule reconsidering the endangerment finding. The Transportation Department has issued a new corporate average fuel economy rule reconsidering the endangerment.